What's going on, guys? Welcome to section 2 of this mini course. So today we're talking about quality over quantity. And this is going to make so much sense. I really hope that this adds value to you. Why? Because it's not just about doing, but it's about making sure that you are doing the right things. So the first thing that, and this is something that you're going to have to get used to as you continue to build your business or as you continue to create content. So the first thing is research. So now I'm talking specifically about researching the topic that you're talking about. So let's say, for instance, after section 1, you went to answerthepublic.com and you typed in a keyword, and now you have a bunch of questions now that you can kind of digest and go through. Now it's time to say, okay, what articles do I need to read to answer this specific question? So I can have my 3 points or my 5 points and really add value to whoever's looking for an answer to one of these questions. So do your research, be diligent in actually doing your research. So number 2 is having a planned edit. All right. So this means that you are going to have to edit your videos. So it's not just, yep, some videos you may shoot and it's raw and you don't have to add anything to it. But some of them, when you are trying to truly create something that's amazing, high quality, that people will share and people will truly gravitate toward, you're going to have to edit it. You're going to have to add the different things to it in order to make it look amazing and have other people come to it and be attracted to it. All right. So number 3 is make it high value. All right. So we want to make this thing high value. I'm talking about jam-packed with as much value as possible. We want to cut out the fluff. We want to truly add value every moment that we can through the things that we're saying, but also through, if we are sharing a story, that the story makes sense and it's in the context of whatever we're teaching, but making sure that we are precise on what we're doing so that we can add not just value, but high value that people are going to want to subscribe, people are going to want to comment, people are going to want to like, and people are going to want to share. And I'm putting emphasis on this because you want shareable content. It's great that people are watching it, but you want people to say, wow, this was so good. Let me share it with somebody. Let me share it with somebody that's on the same journey as me, or to my Facebook group, or to these group of people. All right. So we want to make sure that it's high quality. So when people are watching it and finding it, they find it valuable enough to share it and comment on it. All right. So last is time. So this makes sense, and this time in a couple of different ways. So one is batching. That's time, but also you want to make sure that your whatever videos that you're creating, depending on the topic, depending on the content process, you want to make sure that it's short. You want to make sure that it's short. Some videos, like if you type in a question and then you see 3 or 4 videos, many times the one that's the shortest with a nice thumbnail on it, that's the one that get clicked the most. And it's not just because it's short, it's because it's like, okay, so I can figure out what I need to know in a short amount of time, I'm clicking that one. And so you want your video, however it takes. Yes, make sure you get the point across, don't cut corners, but at the same time, add high value in a short amount of time. And that's going to be a way to create amazingly valuable content for the people that's consuming it. All right, so there are 4 other things that I want you to know. All right, so this is like I guess we'll just say 1.1. All right, so content value over production value. And I'll explain that. So content value over, production value. All right. So basically what that means is that the value of the content, the value, and I want you to get this. The value of the content is so good. It doesn't matter how long it took you to create it. It doesn't matter. That is not the people that's watching the video. They don't care about how long it took you to create it. And so when you are in this process and in this journey, and maybe you're just starting out, don't worry so much about like, oh, this is good. It took me this long in order to create this content. No, that's not what's important to them. What's important to them is getting the result, is getting the knowledge that they're looking for. So making sure that you put an adequate amount of time in the production area, but you don't contribute the production amount of time that you spent on it with the amount of value that it's actually adding. And so I hope that makes sense. All right, so 1.2. So basically, this is kind of like an example, but we want to like compress 5 hours into 5 minutes. And ultimately, what that means is that you are the one doing that research on the back end. You're the one that's looking at the articles, reading the blogs. You're the one watching other videos. You're the one getting getting all the information inside of you so that you can create this impactful video. So taking 5 hours of information that you've learned and putting it into a 5-minute video that allows people to jumpstart or get a big leap into the direction of their results, right? So that is what you want to do, making sure that you are compressing that 5 hours that you spent learning it into 5 minutes so that they can get all of that information and ultimately get the result that they desire. All right, so making sure that you are creating evergreen content. So ultimately, what this means is just creating content that will last the test of time. So you're answering questions that even 2 years from now, somebody will be looking up this question and you have the answer. You have already created the content that answers that problem. Now, some of your videos, you may do a 2020 video about the same thing, and then a 2021, and then a 2022, and a 2023. Like there may be different videos that you do in order to ultimately stay up to date. But we want to make sure that we are creating evergreen content whenever possible. Number 4. So number 4, we want to make sure that we are maintaining quality. So we want to make sure that we're maintaining quality regardless of quantity. All right. And ultimately what I mean by that is that as long as you can have and create high value, high quality videos, then you can start increasing the quantity that you post. All right. So, but don't try to post more and lose out on the quality of the videos. Why? Because we're creating evergreen, we're compressing high value stuff into 5 minutes, and we're making sure that our content is more valuable than our production time. All right. So we're not necessarily worried about how much time we put in, but more so about the quality of the end result. And that is how you create great content. All right. So let's get to work.